exclusive news break with regards to the blast that took place in Bengaluru. Batteries, wires, connectors that were used have now been found. This was an IED blast that was planted at the Rameshwaram Cafe. First images of Bengaluru blast IED have been accessed by India Today. The big question now is, who planned this act of terror? CCTV footage that you see on your screens has been accessed by India Today. In the CCTV footage, one can see the accused. According to initial reports, the accused is a man in his early 30s, anywhere aged between 28 to 30. The batteries, the wires and the connectors that were used have now been accessed by the investigative agencies. They've also told India Today this IED blast was planted at the Rameshwaram Cafe. The first images of the Bengaluru blast IED have now been accessed by India Today. Investigative agencies are now looking at who planned this act of terror. First images of Bengaluru blast IED have now been accessed by India Today. In fact, the Chief Minister of the state of Karnataka, Siddaramaiah, is also all set to hold a meeting with the Home Department officials at 1 p.m. today. The images that you see on your screens have been exclusively accessed by India Today. These are the first images that you see on your screens are of the batteries and the wires which have been used in the blast. The connectors that were used, because according to initial investigations, from what we understand at the moment, there was a timer that was used to trigger the IED blast. The batteries and the wires and the connectors that were used, an image of that has been accessed exclusively by India Today. On the other side of the screen is the grab of the suspect, a man aged between 28 to 30 years. That too has been captured in one of the CCTV footages. My colleague Sagai Raj is now joining me on the story. Sagai, on India Today, we are getting exclusive details. We have the CCTV footage of the accused and also the batteries, the wires and the connectors that were in fact used to trigger this IED blast.
Absolutely, we got access to batteries, timers and connecting wires used in the internal relay circuit. Whenever you are trying to make any kind of explosives, these are the materials which will be helpful for them to set up the time and for the explosion. And we got access to that. This clearly shows that it was a well-planned and executed a plot of a bomb blast in Rameshwaram Cafe. What we also get to learn through our sources is that the police have already zeroed on the accused. They are checking the CCTV footage in and around the vicinity of Kundanalli, including Rameshwaram Cafe, to find out the accused. What we also get to learn is the accused was well versed with the locality. He knows where are the CCTV footage in this particular road. So after planting the explosion in the Rameshwaram Cafe, instead of walking on the pavement, he has chose the main road because he was quite aware that there are a lot of shops on the pavements and you don't have enough they have enough CCTV footage on all these shops, but there are no CCTV footage on the main roads except in the junctions wherever you have traffic signals. So he was well versed with the place. He knows how to go and where to take the diversion, and probably that is one of the reasons that he chose the main road instead of a pavement. The police are at job. Close to 7 to 8 special team has been formed to nab the accused. Energy team was there here in the morning. They were collecting all the samples, explosive samples, whatever was available in and around the restaurant. Remember, even yesterday the FSL team was there along with the Bengaluru police and Intel staff who were assisting them, and now NSG has also joined with them to continue the interrogation.
Right, Sagai. Nagarjun is also joining us on the story. Nagarjun, there are two things which are pretty clear. A, this was an IED blast. It was actually triggered using a timer. We also understand that this was something that was extremely planned, meticulously planned, because the man can be seen avoiding all the CCTVs. So definitely this is something which was in the works over the past few months, at least, the least to say.
Aishwarya, good morning. In fact, India Today is the only channel that's bringing you the exclusive images of the instrument used for the explosion today. The batteries, the wiring, the plastic cover and how it was assembled, everything exclusive for the viewers of India Today this morning as to how this was planned and information as well. 1 hour before the blast is the time when the accused walks into the walks into the Rameshwaram Cafe, orders a rava idli, single rava idli, then puts it on a table, doesn't eat it, walks away, puts the bag near the dustbin or the cash near the cash counter, and 1 hour later, using a timer, the blast happens, is what we are told. And also the hotel staff preliminarily were questioned by the police department as to record the statements. If they saw the accused walking in, what time did they see, and how does he look, what was he wearing, and so that they can collaborate this statement with the evidence of the CCTV. If the security guard also said that yes, there was a guy with a cap with a bag walking in, and the CCTV also shows the same footage, it's confirmed that that was the man who planted the bomb. So we also have access to CCTV footage. The guy with a cap and a mask, remember, it's suspicious that now in February 2024, March 2024, people don't wear masks. Hardly a handful of people wear masks, and that too only in crowded places or in hospitals. But this accused was wearing a mask inside a hotel while walking on the footpath towards the hotel, and he puts the bag down and he has a cap, is what we are told from the CCTV footages. And the bag had the exclusive images that we are showing with the batteries, with the wires, plastic covers, with the wiring, everything together, and that was the bomb itself. And we have accessed this image from our top sources from the police department this morning, and he has been walking for 100 to 200 meters is what we are told to the hotel. Prior to that, we don't know any information. We don't have any video evidence is what we have been told by the police department. So what they're doing is they're looking at all the mobile towers around the Rameshwaram Cafe, and at that point of time, which all mobile were active, which all numbers were active, plus 15 minutes, minus 15 minutes, and which all numbers are switched off at this point of time. Only people who are suspicious would have put off their
Shankar
phone.
Bidari, the former Bangalore commissioner, is now joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Bidari, one of the major questions that everyone is now asking is that this is not the first time the city of Bengaluru is seeing these kind of blasts. The question on everyone's mind is that is there a security lapse at the moment?
One thing I would like to tell you, in 2008, serial bomb blast case took place in Bangalore on a widespread case. I was the commissioner. In 2010, they tried to blast explosives near the cricket stadium when the semi-final match was going on. One thing is there, all those cases are detected and accused are there in custody for the last 14 years or 15 years. There is a lot of deterrence. This case, now the police are investigating this case. Let them come out with the result of investigation, because suddenly attributing terrorist angle without verification and without any solid proof also will not be good. Let us wait. What was the motive for causing this particular blast, whether it was a terrorist blast or whether it was something else. Let us wait. Our Bengaluru police are very competent. Let us give them some time. Until such time we will wait.
Mr. Bidari, you are saying that, time should be given. Yes, that is something that the investigative agencies at the moment are doing. But, to stop these kind of incidents from taking place, because at the moment we understand...
No. There is absolutely no lapse. Police cannot individually monitor people, and unless there is a prior intelligence or something, police cannot go on checking each and every individual roaming on the streets. But I'm sure that in this case, there is absolutely no security lapse or no lapse on anybody, any police officer or any other authority.
Mr. Bidari, for the people of the city of Bengaluru, if there is something that you would like to say?
Pardon me?
If there's something that you would like to say to the people who are, staying in the city of Bengaluru,
No,
because...
this is an incident. Suddenly, let us not jump to conclusions. Let us exercise restraint. Let us wait for the investigation result. I am 100% sure the Bengaluru police will detect the case fully and thoroughly and make it public also. Let us wait for 1 or 2 days. Everything will be clear.
Thank you, Mr. Bidri, for joining me here on India Today. Shankar Bidri, the former Bangalore commissioner, saying that you need to give investigative agencies some time, and it seems like at the moment the investigative agencies are on top of this. My colleague Nagarjun is now joining me on the story. Nagarjun, we are getting exclusive details, exclusive footage of the batteries and the timer that was in fact being used. There's a lot of politics also, Nagarjun, at the moment which is being played. BJP on one side now raising fingers at the Chief Minister, the Deputy Chief Minister and the Congress party, saying that the citizens of the state are feeling unsafe.
Aishwarya, before I go on to the politics, I want to update our viewers that the evidence collected from the FSL team and the bomb squad team from the location is being sent to the forensic labs, and also the police are doing an investigation in terms of reverse investigation. Where was the batteries bought? Where was the wiring bought? Has there been any company name on the plastic cover? Then they would go back to the company as to who bought it, who purchased it. This is the angle that the police are looking at this point of time. Also, like I mentioned, there are thousands of mobile data dumped that they've got from the tower itself, so they're also monitoring which phone is switched off. And coming back to the politics of the bomb blast, the BJP has already demanded resignation of the Home Minister as well as the Chief Minister. First, it was the Pro-Pak Zindabad slogans inside Assembly, and this Assembly session itself, BJP had given a notice or moved a memorandum on half-an-hour discussion in the Assembly on breakdown of law and order in the state of Karnataka. And within the time of Assembly ended, you have a Pro-Pak Zindabad slogan inside the Assembly, and yesterday a bomb blast that has taken place. Now the Home Minister and the Chief Minister are meeting the Commissioner and the DG and top official of the ministry at 1 p.m. today.
Right.
CM is chairing a crucial meeting at 1 p.m. to take a stock of what is happening in city of Bengaluru and Karnataka.
Right, Nagarjun. Sagai Raj is also joining us from right outside the Rameshwaram Cafe. Sagai, from what we are understanding at the moment, the investigations are on track. We are seeing how the commandos are also inside, some of them inside and some of them outside the cafe at the moment. If you can show us what exactly is taking place at the Rameshwaram Cafe.
See, as we speak now, the police are conducting the investigation. NSG team is at the spot and the entire area has been cordoned. They are collecting all available samples. They are also trying to find out if there are any more explosive in and around Rameshwaram Cafe. And if you notice, even the FSL team is already here. They were at work yesterday and they have joined again today along with Bengaluru police. So early in the morning, we have noticed that the NSG team were checking with the metal detector and the other bomb suspected equipments, and they were trying to collect the evidence around the restaurant, and they are also trying to figure out what kind of explosive which was being used and what was the modus of operandi where the accused has operated while making the explosive as well as executing his plan near the Rameshwaram restaurant. As we speak now, a special team, 7 to 8 teams which has been formed by Karnataka government is a job. They are trying to get the CCTV footage. They are trying to reach out the bus conductor and driver where he has used the bus to travel here, and other people whomever he met, including hotel staff, are being questioned. Even one of the hotel staff has said that he had come with 2 bags. He has noticed that he has removed and kept one of the bags, and he was carrying a bigger bag on his shoulder, and he left the small bag there and left from this particular place. And there are more questioning which is happening wherever the police suspect that they have one or the other connection with the people. They have all been questioned. Apart from that, remember, there were several people, including Mangalore Blast Sharik, who was arrested when he was carrying explosive in the cooker. Even he has been questioned. They are also questioning the people who are very close to him, whether there is any kind of connection. The police are trying to join the dots. They are also trying to get the call records at that particular time. How many mobile phones were active? How many mobile phones are switched off right now? So the government, the police is using all technologies possible to trace the accused. Back to you, Aishwarya.
Right, Sagai. Our colleague Arvind is also joining us on the story. Arvind, कुछ चीजें तो इस समय साफ नजर आ रही हैं. आईडी ब्लास्ट की वजह से जो ब्लास्ट था, टाइमर इस्तेमाल किया गया था, बैटरीज वगैरह जो है वो इंडिया टुडे के पास इस समय फोटोग्राफ आ चुकी है. कहीं ना कहीं सवाल उठाए जा रहे हैं कि एक पैटर्न नजर आ रहा है लगभग पिछले 10 सालों से जिस तरीके की ब्लास्ट कर्नाटका और बेंगलुरु के अंदर देखने को मिल रहे हैं.
नहीं, बिल्कुल देखिए, चाहे वो पीएफआई मॉड्यूल हो, चाहे आईएसआईएस मॉड्यूल हो, उसके अलावा एनआईए लगातार क्रैकडाउन करती रही है कर्नाटका में बड़े मॉड्यूल को। उसके अलावा चाहे प्रोफेसर पर अटैक की बात हो। मैं आपको एक सीक्वेंस जरूर दिखाना चाहूंगा। देखिए, ये जो सीसीटीवी कैमरा है, इसमें जो सस्पेक्ट है वो कैप्चर हुआ है, और उसके अलावा जो कैप है उसने लगा रखी है, उससे ये ऐसा लगता है कि उसने अपने चेहरे को छुपाने की पूरी तरह से कोशिश की है। ये सीक्वेंस हम दिखाते हैं। उसके बाद जो सस्पेक्ट है वो तकरीबन 11:30 AM पर यहां से गुजरता हुआ दिखाई दे रहा है। पीछे की तरफ बैग है। अब हम आपको लेकर चलते हैं रामेश्वर कैफे की तरफ। रामेश्वरम जो कैफे है वो यहाँ पर मौजूद है, और जो बताया जा रहा है कि तकरीबन 11:30 AM पर वो 11:30 AM पर वो रवा इडली ऑर्डर करता है। 11:45 AM पर वो जो IED है, वॉश बेसिन जो एरिया है वहां पर वो प्लेस करता है, और 11 कुछ तकरीबन 1 मिनट बाद, यानी 11:45 आप कह लीजिए, 46 कह लीजिए, वो निकलता है, और 11:56 पर बहुत जोरदार यहाँ पर IED धमाका होता है। एनएसजी की टीम यहाँ पर सुबह आई थी, लेकिन जैसा आपने पूछा, एक पैटर्न सा है खासतौर से कर्नाटका मॉड्यूल को लेकर, जिसमें कई पीएफआई के जो मेंबर्स रहे वो ISI से कनेक्ट होते रहे, तो उसको लेकर बेंगलोर पुलिस बिल्कुल अपनी जांच कर रही है। लेकिन जो इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसी है, IB है, और अलग अलग एजेंसियां हैं, वो भी अलर्ट पर हो गई हैं, क्योंकि बड़े पैमाने पर, खासतौर से एनआईए की बात की जाए तो बीते तकरीबन 3 से 4 साल में बड़े पैमाने पर क्रैकडाउन किया गया है। ऑनलाइन रेडिकलाइजेशन की बात की जाए, अलग अलग जो मॉड्यूल है वो यहाँ पर कर्नाटका में बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर एक्टिव है। फिलहाल जो सस्पेक्ट है उसका सीसीटीवी में कैप्चर हुआ है, उसकी तलाश की जा रही है। कई लोगों से पूछताछ की जा रही है, और साथ ही साथ जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन है अभी भी वो जो रामेश्वरम का ये जो कैफे है इसके आसपास किया जा रहा है। ऐश्वर्या
जी अरविंद, ये सारी जानकारी देने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। माय कॉलीग्स नागार्जुन, सगे एंड अरविंद, थैंक यू ऑल फॉर गिविंग अस दीज डिटेल्स।